They don't want you to know your worth. Why? Because if you knew your worth, you wouldn't be giving them the time of day. You wouldn't be wasting your time trying to make it work with them. You wouldn't be missing them as much as you do. You would be pouring into yourself and becoming a stronger, wiser, prettier, better version of you. You would be in therapy, trying to heal, trying to stop the unhealthy patterns and cycles. If you knew your worth, you wouldn't be stuck on them, engaging in habits that hold you down and don't lift you up. If you knew your worth, you'd love yourself, and they can't have that. They need you to hate yourself. They need you to pick yourself apart. They need you to think that they're the only ones who will ever love you. They need you to believe that they're the only ones who truly see you, the only one that really knows you. They need you to think that you'll never win, that life will never get better without them. They need you to think that you need them. They don't want you to know your worth. Why? Because you wouldn't be aware of all the amazing people that want you, whether it's as a friend or an employee or a colleague or a partner or a lover or a business partner. You wouldn't know how powerful you are, how creative you are, how unique you are. If you knew your worth, you would act like it, and they would not be able to keep you tied to them. They do not want you to know your worth. If you did, they couldn't use you. If you did, they couldn't abuse you. If you did, they couldn't mistreat you and misuse you. If you knew your worth, they would have no control. They would have no one to control. They don't want you to know your worth. Why? Because you'd still believe that there is no one better out there. You'd believe this is the best it'll get. You'll believe that no one else will ever put up with you. They don't want you to know your worth because then you wouldn't be crying over them. You wouldn't be losing your mind over them. You wouldn't be trying so hard to take yourself apart and put yourself back together for them. If you knew your worth, you wouldn't feel so lost without them. If you knew your worth, you wouldn't be trying so hard to change yourself to finally become who you think they want you to be. If you knew your worth, you'd know that they were never going to be satisfied any fucking way. They don't want you to know your worth. Why? Because you'd leave them. You'd stop being their friend. You'd move out of that house. You'd break up with them. You'd divorce them. You'd quit that job. You'd call off the engagement. You'd stop answering the phone calls. You stop answering the messages. You stop checking the page. You stop thinking about them. You stop dreaming about them. You stop wondering if they're okay. You stop talking to them. You'd forget all about them. They don't want you to know your worth. Why? Because then they would be all alone. So, peace.